to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. Check, we Ric Flairing on them niggas. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairing, gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death, I'm Paul Bearing. Not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops that find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elder trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, black son, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairing on them niggas. We Ric Flairing on them niggas.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairing on them.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at. No cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts. My advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered the least. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets. What is going on? It's your boy Scotty. I'm back in the building, and you know what it is. I'm in the building. See, I left this comment up. First of all, Orenthal. I know you like to call him ways. This your boy Galloway. Nah. I'm gonna call your mama. Call you Clashes. I'm gonna call you Cashes. All right, Orenthal. All right, sound like a 1940 mint. Okay.
Anyway, I'm not a hater. See, sometimes truth can be disguised as hate, okay? I'm preaching a little early this morning, okay? It's not Sunday, but I'm preaching. So sometimes you might get a little confused, might get a little hoodwinked sometimes, might even get a little dazed, but the truth can also be disguised as hate. Can I get well? All right. So you don't know, but I'm letting you know. Okay. So that's for you, my guy. Hey, listen. The game of the week today is Texas Southern versus Grambling. All right, so that's my choice of game of the week. Remember, it's my $100 is my choice of what's the game of the week. It was between them and Alabama A&M FAMU. I wasn't really feeling that one. Okay, so I'm going with the Texas Southern and Grambling game. I think Texas Southern needs a little love. Andrew Body. All right, best freshman quarterback in the SWAC, hands down. Simple as that. Go Simmons. I like that. Thank you, sir. Your boy Nugget said he's gonna have 3 sacks for you today. Okay. Listen, if he comes through, that's what it is. If he comes through, that's what it is. He went chopped and screwed East Coast. Right? Hit that like button. Hey, thank you. Hit that like button. Before you walk in, hit the like button. Make sure you get the likes up. All right. So listen, you can call in and talk about whatever game you want. I'm going to go over my week 7 picks. If you don't know, go check out the video off script picks. But I'm going to go over my week 7 picks. You can call in, give your score for the Texas Southern and Grambling game. And if it hits, once again, it's $100. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Vaughn. Appreciate the support, my guy. Make sure you become a member whenever you can. All right. So, yeah, first game up. Florida A&M at Alabama A&M. Okay, listen, we were supposed to be at this game. All right, I told you. Oh, first of all, let me get this going. Hold up. You know, so it was my girlfriend's birthday yesterday, and I want to say shout out to Black Tie. All right, Terrence Ross. All right, Cash Apps are Black Tie and Terrell Ross. Appreciate you guys for Cash Apping her some money. She said thank you so much. So I definitely want to give you guys a shout out for that, for hooking my girl up on her birthday. But yeah, so it was her birthday weekend. We were supposed to be down at FAMU and Alabama A&M, but they lost. So it took the razzle off of it. It just took the razzle off of it. So all right, AJ, I got you locked in. If you are a member, remember, if you're a member, you can put your score in the chat, and I'll take it down. I'm writing you down right now, AJ. 45-24 Texas Southern. All right. So yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But I just want to give you guys a shout out. Appreciate you guys for that. You didn't have to do it. You did, and I appreciate it. The more you guys gave, the less I had to do. I just want to make that very clear, okay? You're blessing her, bless me, okay? the more y'all did, the less I had to do. Hallelujah, okay? Woo! Thank you, Lord. So I just want to say, out of the bottom of my heart, thank you, okay? So let's get into these games. Florida A&M, Alabama A&M. Listen, I will be surprised. All right, I would really be surprised if Alabama A&M cannot block this front. And I'm not saying that they can hold land. I'm not saying that they can completely shut out 91. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is they shouldn't have the same issues as they did with Jackson State. Now, mind you, Savion Williams is on this, number 0, 91. The freshman's on this team. Isaiah Land is on this team. So you're going to have pressure. But what I'm saying is the way Jackson State brings its pressure differently than FAMU, I think they should be okay. And now if Alabama A&M gets in a shootout with FAMU, they will win this game. All right. If FAMU allows Alabama A&M to get comfortable, get into a shootout, don't touch a keel, you're going to lose this game because you cannot keep up. I don't care how much you believe in Rashawn McKay. He cannot score at the level of an Akil Glass. Now, what I will say is, though, Xavier Smith should have a big day against Alabama A&M because they don't have any corners. I don't know if they have any on the roster. If they have a DB beside their name, they don't play it. They don't know what that looks like. So he should have a big game. Let me take this first caller. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's good? What's good? Oscar, how you doing, man?
What's good? What's your name? Where you come from?
It's Johnny Houston, man. So, I'm picking Alcorn to win today,
Okay.
but I'm also picking Texas Southern to lose because that is Grambling homecoming and they playing in the hole.
Okay.
It's a freshman quarterback, so you know how it go in the hole. They got to throw that ball a little higher. I don't know what it is, but he's a freshman quarterback, so it's his first time in the hole. So I'm pick Grambling to win that game.
What's the score?
Homecoming 28-14. But for Alcorn and Valley, I got to ride with the Braves because I think that they're gonna remain undefeated until they face Jackson, which is gonna make that ticket go through the roof. So
I mean, they still got to play Southern. They still got to play. They still got to play Valley like today. And I have them lose. I have them beating Valley, but not by much because Alcorn is not world beaters. They're not this great team. And I think they still have to play Texas Southern. If I'm not, no, they got to play PV. They have to play PV. If I'm not mistaken, they might have to play PV.
We got to play PV, but I guess the way we looking at it from Alcorn, we got 4-5 games to practice, get ready for Jackson. So
there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to prepare for Jackson's defense. I don't care what you guys are talking. Your offensive line is so bad. I mean, the only way that you can prepare for Jackson State is if you just have Felix Harper just running around like with his head cut off. Like that's all you can do because that's what is going to happen. Your offensive line is nowhere near good. Their defense and the way they blitz is just through the roof. You're not going to block that front. So do I think CJ Bowler and LaCharles Pringle can be very effective? Heck yeah. I think they can be very, very, very effective because their DBs are not good. Except Nugget. Nugget's the only good DB. Everybody else is trash. I wouldn't say trash.
I mean, I wouldn't say trash. They kind of like average. In the middle of that field, but football is football, and any team can be beat. There's always a way to beat any team. Okay. If you got the people in the right place. I think Fred McNair is a great. I don't know.
I think Fred McNair is a great coach, but I don't see you guys. I wouldn't. It's no team I'm picking against. There's no team in the SWAC that I will pick against to beat Jackson State at this point in time because they just saw one of the best quarterbacks in the SWAC. They saw one of the best wide receiving cores in the SWAC, and it's like if they couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
It ain't just the players on the field. It's also the scheme that you're running for. What you practicing on? What you doing? What's your scheme? What's your playbook?
A scheme can only work with execution.
We got to see some. We got to see some adjustments. So we need to see something different on Alcorn what they're doing today. In the next 2 games, we need to see the beginnings of something different happen. That game with Southern, that's in their DNA. That Alcorn Southern game is always a battle. No matter what the record is, it's always a battle. The Prairie View Alcorn game, historically, it hasn't been a battle. But it might be this year. Okay. The Valley game, I don't know. I really don't know. Valley got a good defense this year, but let's see what Coach McNair has schemed up because the boys are responding to the coaching. So the things that was a problem in the first game, not so much a problem right now. The offensive line still a little suspect, but you got some people off that's not hurt that came back. So you got the center. We got our center back. We got a couple of things. We got a good defense coordinator. They've been working. So all the people that was loyal to Horn, that were trying to sabotage the program to get McNair out of there, now they got to show and prove to keep their job.
It sounds like a lot of ifs. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a lot of ifs. I'm just telling you, like, your offensive line is not good. Your defensive line is not great. Like, now, do I think Jackson State's offensive line is great? No, they're not good either. Like, I mean, yeah, they exposed Alabama A&M, but everybody's exposed Alabama A&M. That's not saying nothing. Yeah, so your D line isn't all world. But now the only thing that's going to save you is Felix.
We can't really say nothing about Jackson because they got a new offensive coordinator. So whatever happened during the Jackson versus Valley game might not happen.
You mean Jackson? You mean Jackson versus Alabama State today?
No, I'm talking about the game before that when Jackson played Valley and Valley actually went at them, and it was a tough fall game. Now they got a different offensive coordinator.
So in the spring,
Well,
What you talking about? Jackson has not played Valley yet.
The games I'm misspeaking. The games they had earlier this year when the offense struggled. So they got a new offense coordinator now. So we can't even talk about this. This ain't even the same Jackson team it was 3 games ago.
But that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, their offensive line is still bad. The only thing about what TC Taylor is doing is that the ball is coming out faster out of Shador's hands, so you don't have enough time to really beat the old lineman and still get to Shador. That's the biggest transformation of what you're going to see in this offense is that the ball comes out faster, and because you don't have to do much, just get the ball in their hands and let them be special. And I've been saying that since the freaking since ULM game, like just get the ball out your hand. You got a whole bunch of athletes, and that's why to me I haven't seen nobody special on that. Like nobody on Jackson State's offense is special. If I'm being like, other than Newman, nobody scares me. Malachi Wyman doesn't scare me. Trevante Rucker doesn't scare me. Lanier doesn't scare. Like nobody scares me because but there is so many of them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is average, but there's a lot of average players. Like there's a lot of good average players. Like I won't say average. They're just good players. The only person that scares me is Newman. That's the only person I'm like, I don't have nobody for him. But Trevante, Lanier, like they're not all world players. Like they're just okay. And if you have a good offense that gets them the ball when it needs to, then you're going to see how good they are, but they're not special. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, their offense, their defense is special. Like they're dumb Bama's on defense, they special. But the offense side of the ball, it's just like, it's okay. It's really just okay. They're consistent. They're okay. So we'll see how that go. But
yeah, we'll see today because Alabama State got a good defense, got a decent defense. I ain't gonna say good. They got a decent defense.
Go ahead.
This gonna be a test today. It's gonna be a test for the first quarter anyway.
I think when you compare, see this is the thing with Alabama State, right? The one thing about Alabama State is they're going to bring their lunch pail, they're going to bring their hard hat, and they about hitting. Listen. I don't care if they down 21, up 7. They gonna hit you in the mouth. That's just how they get down. So I like to see a team like that go against Jackson because Jackson's a finesse team. Offensively, they're a finesse team. So you have to have a very dominating or very imposing. I'll say that you have to have an imposing defense to go against that Jackson State offense because they're so finesse. They're not a pound you up the middle. They're not, hey, we're gonna blow you off the ball. That's not them. So I think Alabama State would do well in this game defensively, but offensively they don't really have a chance, man. I'm being honest.
I'm not gonna go and say the offense. I'm not gonna give it a gimme on the offense because we have yet to see any defense go up there and jam the receivers. Everybody been getting clean release. Jackson been getting clean release on everybody. So we haven't seen anybody just jam them receivers on the line. They just been getting clean breaks.
But let me ask you this:
so if they go up there and jam them receivers, then we might see something. That's going to force Shador to go to his second and third option. So we haven't seen that yet.
But once again,
all we've been seeing is the primary option.
Listen, I've played receiver. If you don't press me, it's a problem. If you're good, right? If you're a good receiver and you don't get pressed, it's a problem because you're giving me a free release.
It's been a problem.
That's what I'm saying, but they're not a problem. They haven't been a problem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I haven't pressed you and you're still not a problem, you're not that great. You're not that great. I'm just being honest. You're not. Yeah. So it's just that simple. Keith Corbin's not that great. Lanier is a great route runner, but he's not all world. I haven't seen him taking a 10-yard in, a 10-yard slant, break 2 tackles, and go to the house. Haven't seen it. You know what I'm saying? Trevante Rucker, he makes that one big catch in the FAMU game. Haven't seen him since. Since the Alabama A&M game. So it's just like, okay, what are we really talking about right now? So that's just. I'm
just saying it's a lot of things we haven't seen Jackson face. It's a good team. They got good coaching. They got good athletes. But we haven't seen a defense run stunts on the defensive line against that O line.
Yes,
we haven't really seen consistently jamming them receivers on the line to break up them routes. We haven't seen that.
I've definitely seen defensive stunts. Yeah, we've seen stunts. Yeah, ULM ran stunts. Delta State ran so many stunts. It was a highway to Shador. Do you hear me? It was a highway to Shador. I mean, it was
and
easy.
them games, and they almost lost them games, didn't they?
They didn't lose. I mean, they weren't special, but they didn't lose. They still won the game. ULM they lost, but Delta State defensive line was great. Was great. But once again, Jackson State's O-line isn't great. It's not. That's
what I'm saying. So, the teams that ran them defensive studs, them the ones that to beat them. Damn near.
All right.
One did, one didn't.
I appreciate the call, my guy.
All right.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
What's going on, Scotty?
What's good? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Carlos calling from H-Town.
What's up, Carlos?
Grand fan. I just want to let you know. I know you feeling good about homecoming. Just got this before I even get my score. Grambling offense, all 6 games, 1,199 yards total offense for 6 games. Texas Southern, last 2 games against Rice and Southern, 1,023 yards. I'm going to take Southern 56, Grambling 17.
Woo! Oh, good night, Irene. You said, hold on, repeat that. You said 56 what? 56 what?
17.
17. Texas Southern.
17.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Now, listen. Listen. I'm new to the SWAC. My SWAC hours ain't that high. But, they say it is in the hole. They say it's in the hole now. So, you might want to deduct maybe 2 touchdowns off that. You might want to deduct at least 2 touchdowns off that.
Scotty, these boys play ball in Texas. High school ball in Texas. High school ball in Texas.
It's D3.
They see worse things in the hole.
It's like D2. It's like D2, D3. Yeah, you're right. I'll give you that.
No, that's D1.
High school football in Texas is not D1.
Oh, yeah. You might come to a game, they sold out. Or you gonna see 50,000 people in the stands in a high school game in Texas. Easy.
Oh yeah, you'll see that, but the competition isn't D1 though. I mean, the competition is like D3.
Oh yeah.
The competition is about D3. But no, I definitely agree with you. Like, it's gonna be them stadiums. Oh, them stadiums is legit. Oh, they better than some of these SWAC stadiums for real. Like you playing.
Oh yeah. I agree.
56 to 17. What's the hot take? I mean, body got to go for at least about 4 tubs. God, dog.
Oh, easy. Easy. It's easy work. Grambling don't have the offense to keep up with anybody. The defense is gonna be tired.
Sheesh. I hope this game is televised. I might even show this game. I'm that excited for real. That's gonna be. Oh man. Hey, appreciate the call though, Carlos. This is gonna be fun.
No problem.
This is gonna be fun.
All right.
Oh man. So Orenthal, you said why is this game the game of the week? Tell me what game should have been game of the week. The only other game that should have been game of the week is freaking Alabama A&M FAMU. Jackson State, Alabama State. That damn sure ain't about to be no game of the week. Southern versus who they play this? I think they play Valley. That's not game of the week, so that's not game of the week worthy. And I just want to give another team some credit. You know what I'm saying? Texas Southern, they've been doing their thing, so I want to give them some credit. What's good, Blake? Talk to me. Game day, you ready?
What's going on? Yes, sir. Game day. I'm ready. Yes, sir. This is Mr. Who That Nigga on that nag calling in. I'm going with Graham fam pulling up upset, 24-21. You definitely know I'm going with Alcorn versus Valley right here today. We're going to go somewhere around by 38 to 17.
Negative.
With the Alcorn. And, hey, Oscar, I called to talk to you, my guy. You my guy. But I called to wish a very, very special happy birthday to AKA Miss Grill, Miss McGee. And we gonna lay something down like, let's see what I can come up with off the top of my head, Oscar. Just for you, man. Just for you, Skrill. Let's see. I will never find another lover as sweeter than you. Hey, I was going to be mad if I couldn't serenade Miss McGee, But this is Swag Day, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Go Braves.
Hey, appreciate you.
I hope you had a good laugh, guy.
Hey, appreciate you, my guy. Oh, my goodness.
Bye.
Babe, are you listening in? Oh, I didn't know if you heard him or not. Nothing. You'll hear it. Oh man, what's your prediction, Scotty? Did I miss it? Prediction for what? I got Texas Southern winning the game of the week. I got Texas Southern. What I got Texas Southern as? 34 for my game of the week pick is Texas Southern 34-24 Grambling State. I'm gonna go through my picks real quick. I got Alcorn State winning 28-24. I got Southern beating UAPB 35-30. I have Alabama State losing to Jackson State 10-31, and I have FAMU winning against Alabama A&M 27-17. Now I'm gonna give my caveats, right? My caveat to this is if Alabama A&M can block up that FAMU front, their DBs are not that good. Now their safeties are good. FAMU safeties are legit, but their DBs are not that good. So this game can get out of hand if it becomes a shootout. So it might be in the 30s or 40s, and if it goes that high, a kill glass over Rashawn McKay any day of the week. Caveat to this game: if Jackson State sees this if Jackson State comes into this game as if it becomes a trap game, because this is a legit trap game, homecoming, you're supposed to win. They haven't put up any points on offense. It can, if the defense of Alabama State can cause turnovers, fumbles, short fields, that's to me, in special teams, if Alabama State can do anything on special teams and they can make stops and get fumbles and get turnovers, this game could be a lot closer than expected. If that TC Taylor offense isn't revving up like it was against Alabama A&M, this game could be about 21-17 or 17-14, depending on how it goes. It can either get out of hand really quick or be really close with that Alabama State defense. Southern versus UAPB. I don't see UAPB doing much, right? But what I will say this though, if UAPB and Josh Wilkes, if any quarterback that is at UAPB can get locked in and synced in with Josh Wilkes, they can win this game. I don't see any Southern DB that can keep up with Josh Wilkes, and that's on my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they say. That's how y'all say it. That's on my mama. You know what I'm saying? Josh Wilkes is that guy. If Josh Wilkes was on any other team with a quarterback, a consistent quarterback, you would know about him for real. All right. So Josh Wilkes is that guy. Southern has not been able to stop anybody. So this score could really change. It could be 30-35 UAPB really quickly if Southern can't stop anybody. But I believe in Zach Grossi, the offensive play caller. He is legit. All right. This game right here to me is a toss-up. It's a straight 50-50 game. Like if this is like a straight pick-em game for me. All right. It's a straight pick-em game for me. If it's at Valley, it's at Enabina. If Caleb Johnson can get off, all right. If Caleb Johnson can get off in this game, I'm talking about 20 carries, 120 yards, 2 tubs. Valley can win this game because their D-line is legit. Their defense is legit, all right? And Alcorn's offensive line is not good, all right? So I can see this being, okay. That might be a little wrinkle. I don't want to get into that, but this is a straight pick'em game for me. I don't see Alcorn being that great and that all world beating that Valley cannot be in this game. I really don't. So I think this game is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. And what else? And this is going to be a straight blowout. The blowout of the week. The blowout of the week. Week is PV at Bethune. This is a blowout. All right. I'm stamping it. The blowout game of the week. This is straight blowout, bro. I ain't even listen. This is bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's all the way around bad. All right. Just crazy. All right. I don't know, man, because everybody gets off on. Listen, this is going to sound. Listen, Alabama A&M, right? Is like. I really don't want to say this, but I really want to say this. Alabama A&M's defense. I'm gonna say it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. Alabama A&M's defense is like the girl that lets everybody hit. That's just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's what it is. That's just what it is. Alabama A&M's defense is like the girl that lets everybody hit. There ain't no standards. There ain't no standards. Like she's like, hey, yeah, you be like, listen, you trying. Hey, go ahead. Like, just holler at old girl. That's how Alabama A&M's defense is. So it is. I know. I'm sorry. That's what it. Listen. I call a spade a spade. I didn't want to say it, but I got to. That's what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is. So everybody gets off on Alabama A&M. Everybody. Oh my God. Oh my God. That boy said thought defense. I called it a thought defense. Yes, Jay Official. That is it. That's what we're going to start calling it. Thought defense. I love it, Jay. Shout out to you for the creator of that. I love it. The thought Alabama A&M got that thought defense. Everybody can hit. All right. Everybody can hit. I like that. Woo. I'm rolling with that one. I'm rolling with that one. So yeah, so that's what it is, man. That's just what it is, and it everybody gets off. So I want to see Jackson State's offense against a team that prides itself in defense. They're not an offensive minded squad, Alabama State. They're not. They have good running backs. It's just gonna be a tough game, man. It's really gonna be a tough game because you want to run the ball, but the way Jackson State blitzes it, that they it's like a natural run blitz, but that's just what they do. So they're gonna fill lanes and holes that they're just naturally gonna fill because of the simple fact of the matter is they're blitzing all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you might see 7-8 guys coming. Where you gonna run the ball at? You know what I'm saying? That's the kicker. You know what I'm saying? For real. So we'll see. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Hey, Scott, how you doing? It's Marquise.
What's up, Marquise? Talk to me.
Yeah, I had missed your picks last night.
Yeah. I kind of kept it short and sweet because it was my girl's birthday, so I had to get in and get out.
Oh, okay. Well, I know he had some skulls down, against Alcorn and Southern and Pubview and who else? And Grambling.
Yeah. So the game of the week is the Texas Southern and Grambling game. That's the one I'm giving out $100 for the score. But everything else, if you want to give your scores for anything else, you're more than welcome to.
Okay. I say, well, I know Jackson State, yeah, that's their homecoming. Well, I say Jackson State win this game by, I think, about 45-10.
Oh, wow. It's possible.
And
It's definitely possible.
And and I say, well, I say Grambling win this game 38-17.
38 Grambling. You said for Grambling? 38-17 Grambling. I got you locked in for that one. Go ahead if you want to keep going.
I got my team. I got my team Alcorn State winning this game. Well, maybe this game I think 35-24.
That's not bad. I mean, I guess I want people to understand it's going to be a lot. I think it's going to be a lot closer than a lot of people imagine. I really do. I think Valley. Listen, man, it's two things. Like I say, it's one thing you never want to give a team is hope, and then I think Valley is playing inspired football because Dancy is showing them, hey, if you follow the way I'm teaching you, you're going to win. We're going to win. So now these players have tasted victory and they know how to win games. Now you're seeing the growth and maturation of these players. So they're not going to be intimidated by Alcorn because one, they're at home, and two, they've won before. You know what I'm saying? Once you've won before and you've won, you can feel like you're going to be in any game that you can win as long as they do the thing that they do well is run the ball and play good defense. They're more than capable of winning this game. Go ahead.
Yeah. I know, cause I never seen Jackson State pull up no 60-point on Alabama A&M. I never seen nothing like that.
Well, when you play Alabama A&M's defense, anything's possible. That's just fair.
Cause I thought Alabama A&M is the better team, though. I mean, I'm saying.
Okay, so no, yes and no, right? They're not the better team. So a team concept is on both sides of the ball. They're not the better. Offensively, they're the better team. Like offensive, if you had a game where you played Jackson State's defense against Alabama A&M's wide receivers and quarterback, they win that game. If everything is even, the trenches is even, the defense is even, they win that game. But you got to play defense. You know what I'm saying? That's that's football. You got to stop somebody, and you can't stop nobody, so you lose. So, but it is what it is. But their receivers are better. You can see the weakest link on the Jackson State on Jackson State's defense is the secondary. That's clear as day. Alabama A&M's receivers are better than their DBs, flat out. There's no ifs and buts about that. But their team is not better than Jackson State, not even close.
Oh, okay, yeah, but let me see who else. Well, I think Pub might blow out. Who they playing against today? Purview.
Prairie View playing Bethune. Yeah, that's a straight blowout. That's a blowout.
Oh, well, I'll say they blowing them out about 50.
Yeah, I got the game, I think 42 to 10 or something like that. Let me see what I got this game as. 41-16, but PV, 41-16.
Oh, okay. Well, I say they blowing them out 51-3.
I don't know, man. That tight end is legit, and their running back is legit. So I definitely have them win. I definitely have them scoring a little bit more than that. And Prairie View's their front seven is pretty good, but their DBs aren't that good. So if the Shannon kid can get some passes off, I think they'll be able to move the ball. But hey, Marquise, appreciate the call, my guy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's Marquise.
Marquise, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Appreciate it, Marquise. My bad.
All right.
What's up, man? What's going on? They lost 2 in a row. How does that make them a better offense? Because they are. Their players are better than your players. It's just that simple. Their offense is better than your offense. It's just that simple. So that's like saying, okay, Kansas City loses and that's saying like Patrick Mahomes isn't good. No, they're still good. I mean, people lose all the time. Y'all lost. Doesn't make y'all bad. Like everybody loses. So it's not the loss doesn't look, styles make fights. That's the nature of football. But that doesn't take away from a team being good at something or not good at something. It's just they didn't win. Like sometimes it's just like in the Alabama A&M situation, you got dominated offensively compared to their defense, right? And then their defense was so good, it stopped Alabama A&M. Well, the D-line was so good that the offensive line couldn't block it. But that doesn't take away the skill set of Akil and the receivers. They're still great. That's why when somebody asked, like, rank the top 3 offenses, and when they say rank the top 3 offenses, it's Alabama A&M, PV, and Texas Southern. Jackson State is not a top 3 offense. No matter what you want to call it, how much of a fanboy you are, or how much of an alumni you are, or how much, they're not a top 3 offense, because if that's the case, they would be putting up these points consistently. Now, if you're saying who's the better team, yeah, there's no better team than y'all on both sides of the ball, because your offense is like an 80 and your defense is like a 98. You know what I'm saying? So as an overall team, yeah, if you have the Madden ratings, right? If you do Madden ratings and you're picking the team, you're looking at the ratings, right? So it'd be like offense 78 or 80, right? Your defense would be like a 97, and then your special teams would be like an 80 as well. So overall, you're probably the best team in the SWAC. But offensively, Alabama A&M's offense is like 90, and then their defense is like 62. You see what I'm saying? So they can beat you in one category and you beat them in another category, and then you beat them in another category, and you're the overall better team. Like, that's just simple math. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, I mean, we've all played video games before. We all know how to average out a team overall. And that's literally what it is. Like styles, like I don't understand. Like styles make fights. And you guys are throwing out teams like that you can't lose to. Like you can lose to any team on any Saturday in a football game. That's just life. That's football. That's what makes football so great. Like that's what makes football so great. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that if you're supposed to win a game, it's because people think you're the better team. Do the better team always win the game? No, that's not true. That's not true. Better teams don't always win the game. That's facts. So I mean, like you can't just say, oh yeah, they lost to Grambling. You lost to ULM and you were the better team. What does that say about you? You see what I'm saying? Like, so if we want to go there, you were the better team and you lost to ULM. Okay. Anybody with eyes could see you are the better team and you lost to ULM. What is that? You see what I'm saying? Everybody could see Delta State was on par with you, but you're the better team. So that's what I'm saying. Like you guys only see what you want to see. See the whole game. See the whole game. Like, should you have been in a 24-21 contest with Delta State? That's the real question. Is Delta State 21 point? Should Delta State put 17 points on y'all or 20 points, whatever they scored on you, a D2 program? Should they have put that on y'all with this 97 defense that you have? No, that shouldn't have happened, but it did. That's football. That's just how football works. It flows like that, man. I'll just tell you how it is. He hasn't, Dante. He hasn't, bro. And if he has, the last time he touched the football was probably Pop Warner. He doesn't listen, bro. He's listen, JSU homers. You have some homers that are like, yo, I love football more than my school. I love my school, but I love football more. So they say, yeah, Scotty, you're right. Football wise, yeah, do. But then you have homers who just love their school so emphatically that they don't see that football rules and the football guys don't apply to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should it apply to us? We've been sucking for the past 10 years and now we're great. So we should beat everybody. That's them JSU homers, but leave it at that. Leave it at that. I'm just, I'm going to leave it alone because I've realized enough JSU homers are, whew. All right, next game. Where was I at? Texas Southern, Grambling. Now, this is my thing, right? And this is why I'm so excited to see this game. I really hope this game is televised. I really want to play it. Hold on, let me take this call real quick. Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Scotty, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, man. All right. Okay, so I haven't had an opportunity to see Texas Southern play, but I've seen two Grambling games. Now, didn't you say that the TSU, they have a freshman quarterback as well?
Yes, they have Andrew Body.
Okay, so it's freshman against freshman. So,
if Noah starts, but yeah, if Noah starts, then yeah.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna go with Grambling then. I'm gonna say Grambling 27, TSU 24.
27.
And the only reason 24. I'm going with that, is because Grambling's defense keeps them in games.
That's facts.
And the way they disguise their coverages, that wins them the turnover battle. So that's the only reason I'm going with them over TSU.
Okay, I got you. Got you locked in. 27-24 Grambling.
Yup.
All right, my guy.
All right, man. Have a great day.
You too, man. Peace. All right, so Israel Carey, since you want the attention, I'll give you the attention. Who has the best offense in the SWAC? The question is posed to you. Matter of fact, rank me your top 3 offenses. And I'm telling you right now, if Jackson State is in the top 3, you don't know football. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna give you that one. So rank me your top 3 offenses. And anybody else who wants to do it, rank me your top 3 offenses in the SWAC. It's your opinion, but if Jack State's in it, I know you don't know football. So that's what I'm saying. So go ahead. It's up to you. That's how, once again, you don't know football, but continue on. That's my question to you, Israel Carey. Since you have so much to say in the chat, since you want to do that, listen, let me ask you this. Did you go to the school? You've been a fan, but that means you hadn't gone to the school. So technically you're an affiliate. So technically you're an affiliate. All right. That's what I want to know. All right. So technically you're not really a part of the SWAC. Technically. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. Oh, you don't know football. This Bama put FAMU in the boy, you about to get blocked. Boy, you about to get blocked. That is, boy, get your dumb ass on somewhere. FAMU number 2 offensively? Sit your dumb ass down. What? FAMU in the top 3 in offense? If you don't sit your dumb ass down somewhere, I swear for God, you need to listen. Anybody in the chat, if Israel Carey says another thing about football, please remind his dumb ass, this is what he said. Are you kidding me? Boy, you dumber than rocks. God, and you call yourself knowing football? Number 2, FAMU. First of all, you put FAMU over Jackson State. That's even dumber. What are we doing? First, you a graduate and did that dumb crap. You a graduate. What is that? What? And this is the people I have to get it. Listen, y'all see what I be dealing with. Y'all see the dumbness when you put somebody on Front Street, when you ask somebody a football question and you pose it to them, this is the dumb stuff you get. But I don't know what I'm talking about. All right? I don't know what I'm talking about. But as soon as I pose a question to him, this is the dumb stuff that comes out of his mouth. Come on, man. Listen, that just made my day. Wow. Matter of fact, I'm about to screenshot this. This is wow. Oh, you are never living this down. Not even a little bit. I swear to God, I'm about to screenshot this. You think I'm playing? Wow. Holy moly. This is crazy. Let me take a picture with this. Oh, let me get ready to take my picture. All right, there you go. God, that boy said FAMU. Yo, you need to carry your ass on somewhere. Israel, carry your ass on somewhere, boy. Go to Swag Buzz. Go to the Pregame Show. We talk football out here, boy. Shut up. That was crazy. Coach Green, I'm going to get to you. I got to keep clowning this guy for a minute. Hold up. This is crazy. Oh, my God. Y'all think I'm playing, too. You think I don't be doing listen, everything I talk about, y'all know I'm real with it. Hold on. Let me show you my screenshot. Boy, he about to. Y'all thought that's my screenshot. Y'all think I be playing. I'm real. I don't. That's me with the screenshot. I will Israel Carey, bro. When I tell you I never let you live this down, bro. Every time you jump in my chat, I'm going to say, no, not you. Come on, man. That is correct. That is crazy. Boy, you just out here picking stuff. You out here like this. Hey, babe. Who you think is the top offenses in the SWAC? Huh? You said fam? You like the green and orange? I like the green and orange too. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with that one. Scotty asked me a question. I didn't know. All right. That's you. Come on, God, boy. God almighty. God almighty. Boy, oh boy. Boy. This is when you use the clown emoji, right? That y'all use clown a lot. But y'all don't use it at the right time. That's a clown. That's a clown, boy. Okay, I'm good. Whoo.
Clown a lot, but
Yo,
all right,
my stuff down.
All right, go ahead. Ooh, I'm ready.
Hey man, I gotta say something about dude too, bro. But put Bethune Cookman and Valley in the top 3. if he gonna do all that, he might as well do that, man. Do it like that.
Valley going. Valley won. No, you gotta do FAMU. No, you gotta do FAMU too.
Oh,
Bethune. Yeah, Bethune won.
FAMU 2, Bethune Cookman 3.
Come on, top offense is in the swag right there. That's right there. Easy.
There you go.
Easy money.
Hey, I just topped him.
Come on. That's extreme.
Wow. Hey, you know what? He probably saw that. He probably saw that one game when they blasted whoever they just played, 24-7. Who they just played?
Yeah. Alabama State. They play Alabama. No. South Carolina State.
No, that was Alabama State.
Okay. Yeah, but they put 0 on them. They didn't score on them, and then they put 30 on South Carolina State.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. He saw them 2 games and judged their offense.
Yeah.
That's what it had to be. He must have saw just them 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it had to be. He had to just saw them 2 games. Anyway, Grambling, Texas Southern, I'm gonna pick. Hey, Bolton is starting because Bob said he's gonna start Bolton.
Okay.
He just felt like, he just said, he just needed a spark in the offense when they was down, and got it back in the game till he fumbled a throat. But I'm gonna go with Grambling beating Texas Southern 24-17, and I'm doing that because it's gonna be their defense that keep them. They're gonna be able to get stops on body.
Got you.
All right. Let me see who else. Who PV playing? Bethune.
Bethune.
I got PV winning that one 30-14.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right, what else?
The man say that's it. Oh, you must want the 60 piece.
Man, I don't listen. I think that might be the only school that might put 60 on somebody for real. I ain't even gonna hold you on that one. I don't think nobody's defense is that bad. I ain't even gonna hold you, but
That's why I ain't go higher. I was like nobody's defense.
Yeah, nobody's defense is that bad. For real. I don't even know how that defense coordinator still got a job. You got shout out to Coach.
You know what?
Shout out to Coach Maynard for being a real one.
Thanking you right now.
Shout out to Coach Maynard.
All the fans need to be. Hey, they need to be on your page right now thanking you.
Why?
Because you have not hit them with who should have left home.
Who should have stayed home? Should have stayed at home awards?
Yeah. Who should have stayed home?
Man, like
you have not did it.
This is my thing though, Coach Green. Like for what? Like really think about it. Like at 61, what? Like at 61, what are we talking about at this point? Like the score 61-15 speaks for itself. Like I listen, that's just a demolishment. Like it'll be different if the game was 34-24. Like you'll be like, yeah, should have stayed at home awards to kill defense coordinator, whatever. Whoop-de-whoop. 61, everybody could have stayed at home. That team shouldn't even been on the field. Like at 61-15. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
But you know what? That stay at home award need to be done right after the game because that's when you was really feeling it. Because I saw it in your face. They did not want to see you that day.
Yeah. I was reeling.
They did not want to see you.
I was really like the clown makeup was probably the only thing that saved me because I was hot. I ain't even gonna lie. I was hot. Like I'm talking about fish grease hot. And I really was just trying to make it through the show without getting mad at people being happy that Jackson State won. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the only thing. You know, my girl was over there just like kind of giving me cues, like, "Hey, relax," like just like kind of like a woosah type of thing. Because I was just trying to stay. I was just trying to stay calm. Like that was because I could have snapped at any minute.
Look, this is how I knew you was hot. You ain't never been that calm on none of your shows. Like shit, man. You've never been that calm. Even when you did the trolling show, you was never that calm. You was too calm. I was sitting there watching. I said, he wants to blow so bad.
Man.
He wants to blow.
Man, listen.
Bro, I felt like you'd have hurt you. Like sometimes you be hurting Jackson State feelings. I think you'd have hurt a lot more feelings at Alabama A&M than you ever hurt anybody from Jackson State.
Man, listen, they
did not want to see you that day.
The reason I didn't do it is because I knew people were going to call in from I knew Jackson State was going to just take up the phone lines, right? So I didn't want to take away from them being able to gloat against me. I really want, and that's why I didn't hang up on nobody. Like I didn't want nobody say Scotty was ducking from the smoke. So I just took everything that came, and I just had to sit back. I just had to sit back and just eat it. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit back and eat that Jack. So you know what I'm saying? But I was hot, bro. Inside, like I was reeling. Like I probably would have got banned from Alabama A&M's campus if I really said the stuff that was in my mind for real. I was hot, bro.
If you would have said what you were feeling that day,
I was hot. If I would have said what I was feeling that day, I gave the scenario to my girl when we was coming back to the hotel. I said, like, I felt like a black mom when they like, ooh, wait till I get your ass home. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt about Alabama A&M. I really felt I had it. Listen, Coach Green, I had it all planned out in my head. Monday I was going to do, it was the skit was going to be, the thumbnail was going to be, wait till I get your ass home. And I was going to have like like the little star thing. So yeah. And I was going to go in, but I had class and the class went late and it just stuff after stuff was just coming up. So it didn't make time. So, but I wanted to make sure I got the movie out because I definitely didn't want nobody to be like, oh, you didn't do this as the swag terms because your team lost. I didn't want to do that. So I made sure I got the movie out. But the stay-at-home awards, I felt was kind of. Go ahead.
I got one clip that I felt like you missed out on. It's one clip that you should have added to that. When Akil Glass say, "I don't lose," and he had the belt on with the crown, and he say, "I don't lose." I was like, man, I don't think you know about that. I ain't think you knew about that clip though.
I did, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I forgot about it until I watched the Deion Sanders joint when Shador they ended the clip with Shador saying, "I don't lose," and I was like, dang, I totally forgot. Yeah, I totally forgot. I was like,
yeah. Bro, if you'd put both of them clips on there, that would put it over the top if you had them two clips.
Yeah. But hey, Coach Green, let me take this other caller though. But I appreciate the calling though.
All right,
man.
No problem.
All right, man.
All
right. So I'm gonna answer this question. I'm gonna get to you, Galloway. All right. So you were AWOL this week. Listen, I have class, bro. I am in a IT class, and listen, it is kicking my butt. Okay, it is kicking my butt. So the class is 11 to 7. All right. So that's why I want people to understand. Like, my class is from 11 to 7. It's a West Coast class, but I'm taking it virtually on the East Coast. So that's why it starts at 11 and ends at 7. So that joker is kicking my butt. I ain't even gonna hold you. I need to be studying right now, for real. What's up, Orenthal?
What's up? Oh, Scotty. Hold on now, Scotty. Scotty. How you gonna tell me I ain't part of the SWAC?
You didn't go to Jackson State?
That my mother and father both graduated.
Where'd you graduate? Where'd you graduate?
I graduated from the United States Marine Corps Academy.
Okay. And I went to the United States military. I went to the United States Army. So what we talking about? From what I was told,
and then I did now since we want to get to technical and education part, I did take correspondence courses at Jackson State. I took them at Southern and at Grambling. So So I did my 20 years on active duty now. So don't try to do me.
Well,
don't try to do me like that. Like I ain't
what the SWAC coach tells me.
I have not been going to SWAC football games since I was goddamn 5-6 years of age. We loaded up in the car. We went to Valley homecoming and we went to Jackson homecoming every year. So don't do me like that now, bro. You can try to find someone else to do like that, but don't do me like that now.
The standard was, did you graduate? That's what the standard was. The standard was, do you graduate? That's what the standard is.
Everything you need to do is just sit back and keep hating on Jackson State. Because I enjoy your haterade. It makes me laugh hard every single day that you find another excuse to hate on Jackson State.
How am I hating?
First it was the offense couldn't score. First it was they were overrated. Now this and that. Next thing you know, man, you're gonna need a knapsack and a book bag to come on down here and hate on Jackson State. And I look forward to seeing you at the Super Bowl. Because that's the only game that's really left to Jackson State is Jackson State versus Alcorn. That's gonna be the game of the year, not that crap that you was running around with looking like Forrest Gump with that helmet on, talking about you an Alabama A&M fan all of a sudden, because you look real cute last Saturday. But we ain't going to talk about that. You got one game left, baby. That's Jackson State versus Alcorn in the Soul Bowl. And I'm going to look forward to seeing you, baby. Come on over here and get some of that good old down south food. You heard me? Now I'm out because I'm getting ready to go to the game. Now you have a blessed day, sir.
I hate hit and runs. That's weak. I don't like that. I hate hit and runs. That's weak to me. Right? You say everything you want to say, and then I'm just supposed to sit here like a good shepherd and watch over what you're saying, and then you dip and run. Like, that's so weak. That's a weak move, bro. That's such a weak move. And at the end of the day, you ain't graduate. That's what they told me. That was the standard. They said every time I drop a video or something like that, they say, "Oh, but did you graduate? Did you graduate from Jackson State? Did you graduate from a SWAC school?" And I'm like, "Nah." And they like, "Oh, that means your opinion don't count. You don't have this. You don't have this. Did you graduate? No. So you an affiliate. All right, get an affiliate link, boy. Come on, man. And how am I hating? That's what. Listen, you guys will understand. Truth in the eyes of ignorance can be disguised as hate. Oh, that's a bar. Mic drop. I'm gonna say that again because I know a lot of y'all listen slow. All right, you know what I'm saying. So I said truth through the eyes of ignorance can be disguised as hate. Okay, listen, like y'all love to throw this word hate around, but everything I've said is literally facts. Jackson State was not a juggernaut in the beginning. You weren't, because you weren't blowing anybody out. From all the equate the blowouts, it's been one. All right? It's been one. Literally one blowout. Mr. Equate the blowouts. You've been playing against this defense for what? How many games? 4 games, and you got one equate the blowout? That don't make sense to me. Y'all don't want to talk about the last 4 games y'all played, though. Y'all don't want to talk about the ULM game you lost. You don't want to talk about going to the wire with a D2 school, but we ain't talking about that. But it equates to a blowout. All right. Moving on. Hey, caller, you loud, talk to me.
Yo, Scotty, what's going on with you?
What's good? What's good with you? What's your name? Where you come from?
This is JR from Tennessee. You already know who it is.
What's up, Jake?
Shit, not much. I was just listening to the last caller. You pretty much hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's pretty much common sense that you don't like Deion Sanders. You don't like Shedeur Sanders. You pretty much don't like anything associated with Jackson State because of what happened to Quincy, which is pretty much understood, you know. Because your objective is to try to get – say it again?
No. Listen, bro. Listen, you guys, I'm sorry, you guys are ignorant, bro. 2 things can be mutually exclusive. I don't like how Deion's running the program, but I love the exposure and marketing that he's doing. They're mutually exclusive. I've given Deion nothing but praise. The practice facility he has coming in, all this and that he's doing. My only issue with Prime is simply this. You gave your son a job that he didn't outright win.
Exactly. I just said that.
Listen, but that's football, though. It's not. It wouldn't matter if it was McNair and his son played wide receiver.
It's totally understandable that you don't like Deion Sanders in Jackson State because of what they did to Quincy. It's totally understandable. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this: you don't like anything associated with Jackson State But before then, you was all about Jackson State. It was what happened to Quincy, the reason why you don't like Jackson State and the things that you heard about Jackson State, the coaches I'm talking about. But now, as far as the SWAC is concerned for the rest of the year, you can pretty much tie this in a knot because it's over. I mean, if your name ain't Deion Sanders or Eddie George, you might as well pack lunch for the next 15 to 10 years because Deion Sanders is going to own the SWAC, and it's going to be a two-man race until everybody else get their head out of their ass. But it's going to be totally up to them. Either they get their heads out of their ass or they're going to be under the foot of Deion Sanders for the next 15 years. Their choice.
So you said Deion's going to be there for 15 years?
He's going to be there for the next 10 to 15 years. I told you from the very beginning that his goal was to get JSU to the point where they can be competitive with Alabama and to beat Alabama, and for their intellectual students to outsmart and outdo the Ivy League. So he's not going to go and he's not going to leave until his objective is done.
And you heard this off YouTube, right?
Say that again?
You heard this off YouTube?
No. Let me ask you a question.
You know Deion personally.
I'm asking. Just answer my question.
I'm asking.
What brought Deion Sanders to Jackson State in the first place?
I would think it's the opportunity to have his son start.
No.
That's what I would think.
If you listen to any of his interviews, the very first thing that he said was the things that was going on in America. What was the big thing that happened in America that caused the black community to go up in an uproar? What happened? What did everybody view that was visible for the world to make Black Lives Matter a top trend? What happened?
George Floyd.
Oh, exactly. When George Floyd got executed in front of the world on live on internet for the entire world to see, that was one of the triggers that made Deion Sanders want to come and make a change. In other words, he was going to take interest from other head coaching positions, but then once George Floyd died, he went to God in prayer, and God gave him the answer to come to an HBCU after being recruited by Ashley Robinson and the other guy. I don't know what his name is, but I know he does make JSU gear, and he's normally on the sidelines. Matter of fact, he was in the pregame show when he was talking to Shadur Sanders about the scoreboard with him and Keith Corbin. It's that guy. Him and Ashley Robinson recruited or pitched the idea for Deion Sanders to become the next head coach of Jackson State. But the key to all of this is the death of George Floyd. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. The minute that happened, it prompted Deion Sanders to want to come to an HBCU to make a change, because it's not about money for him. He has enough money, endorsements, backing, resources. He has everything that he needs, so he doesn't need the money. He came to HBCUs for not only for him to, as he would say, level the playing field, but to have the advantage. And the only way for you to have the advantage in the eyes of America is if you beat the best of the best and the brightest of the brightest. And that's the reason why Deion Sanders is at Jackson State. His goal is for Jackson State to ultimately be ahead of every college football program and to be ahead in every intellectual property in college or in NCAA. So his goal is to be bigger and better than Alabama and Harvard, Yale, and the Ivy League. That's his ultimate goal.
All right. So now, JR, I'm a listen. I've told you I've been divorced twice. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna have a counseling session with you, and you see how I let you preach. You see how I let you talk. I ain't cut you off. All I'm asking is for the same respect. Can I get that? I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I just need you to respond to the question that I'm asking you. Okay? I don't need you to go off on a tangent. I just need you to ask the questions. I got you. So I'm gonna ask you first. You said he went to God, right? Now, do you know that personally, or you're just going off of what Deion said in the interview? That's a yes or no question. Do you know it personally, or are you just going off of what Deion told you?
I will say this, and I'm going to keep it short and simple. I'm not going to give you everything that I know, but just know that I know a little bit more than what others may. In other words, I don't want to give off all of my resources and all of my. I don't want to give off
just
everything.
A yes or no question.
Because if you give
just
off
yes
everything,
or no question.
You lose your own value. So with that being said, I'll say this. I'll say this and I'll keep it short. He, meaning Deion Sanders, is not leaving anytime soon until his sons graduate and his daughters graduate.
Asked you. That's not what. Listen, I started my soliloquy with saying, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a counseling session. I'm gonna ask you some questions. I just need you to answer the question. If you don't want to answer the question, just say no comment. All right, and we can move forward."
But what I'm saying is, it's not apples and oranges. It's not a typical yes or no questions because there are multiple variables.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna simplify it for you. Do you know he went to God based off personal reasons or just off of what he said in the interview? That's very general. You can say, I know it personal, or I just know from an interview. Just answer one of the two questions.
And again, I'm going to say for the second time, I'm not going to give off all of my resources and everything that I know because you lose your value that way.
Next question, JR, because you're bullshitting. Next question.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna break down a timeline with Deion Sanders, and I'm gonna show you, because you're saying he went to Jackson State for spiritual reasons, for HBCU reasons, but I'm gonna also show you the underlying factor.
And also George Floyd. Don't forget that
George
part.
Floyd. George Floyd. Okay, congratulations. Okay,
don't forget that part.
All right,
that's
George
the main
Floyd.
part in all of this.
You absolutely
okay.
Okay, you let
start there.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Once again, I'm going. Do you know about Prime University that Deion started? Do you know about that? Truth University. Do you know about that?
Truth University is based off.
Yes or no? Do you know Truth University that Deion started? Yes or no?
Again, Truth University is based off a movie. Stomp the Yard, to be exact.
No. Prime started a university. It was called Truth University. He started his own school.
Now answer my question.
Yes or no?
Is there not a Truth University in the movie called Stomp the Yard?
Sir, answer the question. Do you know about Deion Sanders starting a Truth University? Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
Is there not a Truth University in the movie Stomp the Yard? You're going to answer your own question. You just answer.
JR, I swear for God, I will never let you call into this line again if you don't answer a simple yes or no question.
I don't care. It's your show.
Do whatever you must care. You keep calling, but you're not answering simple questions.
The Truth University that you're talking about is a fictional movie. It's in a movie called Stomp the Yard.
No, it's not. Deion started a school called Truth University. Do you know it? Yes or no?
I'm telling you, it's based off a movie.
He did.
I'm answering your question.
He did. Shador played there. He did that for him. All right. So they had a little run there. I knew Deion. He had a run there. He coached him there. He coached him there. He goes to Trinity. Oh, who's your coach at Trinity? Your dad. The school in Texas, Trinity Christian, was never popular until who touches down? Deion touches down. You know what he does? He goes out and recruits the area schools of kids to come to Truth University to make his team's son better. That's what he did at Trinity. That's what he did at Truth. It's a pattern. Now in college, you have the opportunity to have your son start again. You coach him again, build the talent around him again, and you've been doing this his whole life. That's all he knows. So yes, I don't know for a fact or not, because I'm not like you. I don't duck and dodge fucking questions. But what I'm telling you is
not
that
about ducking and dodging questions.
Yes, you are. No, you're ducking and dodging questions, my boy. I don't duck and dodge your questions. I don't duck and dodge your questions, but you're duck and dodging my questions. It's simple as this. It's not a scenario. You're ducking, dodging questions, my boy. So my thing was this.
It's a narrative. I didn't say anything about scenario.
You're ducking and dodging questions. I simply asked you a yes or no question. That's it. It's a yes or no question. You're ducking and dodging. But you come up here.
His son was recruited to SMU with Cameron Stillman. It had nothing to do with him.
It wasn't SMU, my guy. It was FAU. You don't even know the schools. Shut up. You don't even know the schools. Shut the hell up. You don't even know the schools. They were both recruited to FAU. His dad gets the job at Jackson State, and then he takes his son. He says, son, I want you to come to Jackson State with me. He said, well, you got to give me something. His dad buys him another car to come to Jackson State. Listen, it's a pattern the whole way there. Now I can't take away if Deion talked to God and God told him, hey, go to this HBCU, because that can fair enough happen. Listen, I'm telling you, my girl is super spiritual. I know for a fact God speaks to her. All right. Legit. All right. So I'm not taking it away that he didn't pray and that it didn't happen. I'm not saying that. But what I'm also saying, there's a whole nother timeline on the right side of that says, hey, since your son was in Little League, you have coached him every step of the way, and to not have it at the last possible moment for him to go to the league and you coach him and set up the scenario perfectly. What are we talking about right now? But you're ducking. I can't stand Bama's. I just let you talk for a whole 10 to 15 minutes, said whatever you want to talk. I'm asking you a simple yes or no question. I even gave you the disclaimer. I said, bro, hey, I'm going to have a counseling session with you. I said, I'm going to ask you a question. I said, just answer the questions I give you. That's all I asked you to do. You couldn't even do that. But you want to call into the show and say, oh, yeah, Scotty. Oh, yeah, George Floyd made Deion reconsider of his thing and he wanted to come. That could be very well enough true. But that's not the question I asked you. God almighty. Whew. Stupid stuff. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, listen, bro. Listen. Let me preface my comments, right? First of all, I'm a fan of Deion Sanders. I've said this on numerous episodes. I've said this on numerous shows. I am a fan of Deion Sanders. I've also said two things are mutually exclusive, because you guys are in here in the comments acting like I hate Deion. I don't hate Deion. That's not even close to the faction of what it is. I admire Deion. I really do. My thing is this. I just don't like how he went about what he did for his son. That bothers me. I love football more than Deion. I do. And the thing I'm saying is that I'm not saying Shedeur isn't good. I've never said that. You can go back to any episode. I have never said Shedeur Sanders is not good. I've never said that. All I've said is if he is as good as you say he is, he should not have won the job out. He could have just won the job outright. Because if we're being honest, any quarterback, JR, don't call back in, bro. Don't even, we're not doing it, bro. Don't even waste your time calling back in, JR, because you're not going to answer your question. So don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time calling back in. So my thing is this. Okay, I'll put it like this. Let me ask y'all this. Let me ask the comments this. Since everybody thinks I'm such a Shedeur hater, does Shedeur start at FAU? Does Shedeur start at FAU? Does Shedeur start at any of those schools as a true freshman? As a true freshman, does Shedeur start again in any of those? I'm asking straight up. Does Shedeur start at any other program that he was recruited by, right? Does he start as a true freshman? That's the question. That's my only question. So if there was competition going to be there, why is it not allowed to have competition at Jackson State? That's my only question. That is my only question. That's it. Because if you would have went to any other school that your dad was not coaching at, you would have had to deal with competition. Incoming competition and competition that was currently there. Your dad literally shipped out every competition you possibly had because everybody knew you was a starter, and then everybody else behind you is just for second place. That's my point. That's That's my only issue with everything else Deion is doing is absolute recruiting, marketing 101. I've said it to many people from different alumni. I've said, listen, as every time Deion wins, his brand grows just that bigger. If he wins the SWAC championship his first year, if he wins the Celebration Bowl his first year, I'm telling you right now, you're going to have hell to pay out recruiting him. I've said that numerous of times. So I'm not denying what Jackson State is building, because if he does that and then James Houston and Niles Gaddy and all these Bamas, they get drafted, now he's sitting on somebody's couch talking about, oh yeah, I get players drafted. Come down here to Jackson State. You believe in the system, you'll go 3, you'll go round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. Then you really got hell to pay with, because now he's getting Bamas drafted and he's winning. Oh, you got bad black girls walking around campus, and you got the band, and you like a walk-in god on these campuses, boy. You gonna have hell to pay with. I'm telling you, it's not going to. Not Mona Lisa. What this year is living off of what Deion is. The brand this year is all Deion. Once he wins the SWAC championship, because I have to say if he wins the SWAC championship and if he wins the Celebration Bowl, now this brand has been turned into a coaching prime. All right, that's the difference. So this first year, the spring up until now is all off of just Deion Sanders, right? But if he wins the SWAC and wins the Celebration Bowl and does it running away with it, then this next year coming around is all Coach Prime. All right, now it's Coach Prime. Now it's the Jackson State legacy. Now we're building a brand. Now we're building a dynasty. Like, now you start to kind of get in that realm. And now if players get drafted, now you're like, hey, we can do this thing. We can move this. I'm just saying. Hey, Coach Green, talk to me.
I'm turning my volume down. I see they got you back with this Shadur Quincy thing, huh?
Not really. No, I'm not, and I'm not really trying to go there with the whole Quincy thing. My thing is just that if you stick on your son, like, if he's that good, any other place he would have had to deal with competition. Why not at Jackson State? That's my only issue.
Yeah, but I got this question though, since they brought it back to you. All right, I know you always ask where he started at these any other programs. There's a possibility I can say this: he might not start the first game, but there's a possibility he could have started the third, fourth game if things didn't go right with the quarterback they got. Because things like that happen. But now my question is this: what if Quincy and Shadur doing a competition during the spring, they was right there by each other, but maybe Shadur played a little bit better, just a little bit, not much, because Quincy is a hell of a quarterback, but he probably outplayed Quincy just a little bit, and he decided to go with his son because of that, because it wasn't that much of a difference between the two. Do you still see something wrong with that?
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna answer your question.
All right.
I'm gonna answer your question, but let me ask you this. What would Quincy have had to do? I'm being 100% real with you. In your opinion, what would Quincy Casey have had to do to be the starting quarterback of Jackson State?
He had to just be flat out way, way, way better than Shadur. Like, flat out way, way better. That's my thing.
Okay. Then it was never going to happen, because he's not you can see it in the film. He's not way, way better. Shadur is not way, way better than Quincy, and Quincy's not way, way better than Shadur. So it's literally the last name. It's literally the last name and what you want. It's all about your preference of what you want. You know what I'm saying? So listen. Do I think Shadur, like I said, if I was grading the quarterbacks, right? If I was Shador's pocket presence is better than Quincy's. Simple as that, by far. I don't know about Quincy's leadership because he hasn't led a team for a whole year, so I can't speak on that. Arm strength is Quincy. Arm strength is Quincy. Now, IQ, I don't know, because once again, it's only one game for Quincy. And at the same time, I think Shedeur is a pre-snap quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So he can read it pre-snap and know where he wants to go with the ball. So, and I don't know how much. I think Quincy's more of I'm going to let the play dictate where I go with the ball, but I don't think he reads very well. So I don't know. So I can kind of lean that one to Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? But all the other little stuff is all preference at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like if Shedeur's pocket presence, because they're both mobile. They're not the super fast ball, but they're both mobile. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay. But once again, I can't. The only thing about Quincy is I don't know, because he hasn't had as many games as Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but one thing I do know is that if we're talking about like as a pure quarterback of like slinging it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not even a question. Like Quincy has the better arm. You know what I'm saying? It's not even to me, it's not a question. So I mean, and I can show you film day after day of, now I'm not saying Shedeur's arm is a limp noodle, not even close, but you know what I'm saying? It's hit or miss. But that, my only thing is, if any fan, if I could sit a Jackson State fan here right now and I ask him the same question, I would say, what would have Quincy Casey have had to done to be the starting quarterback? Everybody would have said he would have to be worlds better than Shedeur. And then my question would be to you, what would Shedeur have to be the starting quarterback? And they'd be like, oh, he just has to be better. Is that fair? Is that fair? That's fair. That's fair?
Because,
that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
You talking about what you just said.
That's not fair. If Quincy has to be, if Quincy has to be,
I misinterpreted what you said.
Yeah,
My fault.
I said, is that fair? That Quincy has to be, and I hate this. I'm gonna say this last thing. I'm gonna get off this. I really don't want to get on this conversation, but yeah, if Quincy had to be a world better than Shedeur, and Shedeur just has to be better, that doesn't make sense.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
That's not fair. But I understood the fact that the competition, it really wasn't much of a competition, but I can also say this, that you're right about that. You're right about that. It wasn't no fair competition. But, I don't think Deion would have put his son out there if his son wasn't good enough to handle the starting quarterback position. So, but you are 100% right. I don't think he would just put his son out there if his son wasn't good. If his son was poo cheese, he wouldn't did that.
Okay. Listen.
But hey. Other than that, bro, hey, don't worry about them folks, man. Them Bama's just be talking, man.
I don't listen. This the only way Shedeur and Quincy could ever be really compared at any level is if you drop Shedeur in a situation without his dad. That's the only way they can be compared, because he doesn't have the backing of his dad. He doesn't have the stature of his dad. He doesn't have the recruiting ability of his dad. So if you put Shedeur and Quincy on Valley, that's the only, and I'm just giving you a scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you take both of those quarterbacks and put them in individual spots without Shedeur having his dad to protect him in recruiting, that's when you see who's better. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I appreciate the call, Coach Green.
Oh, no problem.
Hey, caller, you live. Talk to me.
Man, I thought America's Most had another host. Anyway, Quincy Casey thing, Scotty, check this out. Did he or did he not have a chance? Hold on, wait a minute. Did he or did he not have a chance to prove that he could win? I really don't want to have this conversation.
I really do not want to have this conversation.
I know. You don't have to say anything. I'll speak. He proved that he could not win in the spring. He proved that. That's why he was benched in the So for you to say, "Oh, his arm is stronger," could he read the defense?
What's your name?
Is this pre-scout read? You know what I mean?
What's your name?
I mean, you know who this is. This Danger from the north side. You know me, man. Don't play like that, Scotty.
I don't.
You gotta just let this go, man.
No, bro. Listen. First of all, the mere fact that
it's not a good look for you, bro. You more intelligent than the falling these traps these people tell you.
And you're setting your own trap right now, because what you just said was idiotic. You said he proved that he couldn't win in the spring, and I'm gonna ask you simple questions. All I need is yes or no's. That's all I need. I don't need no explanation. I just need yes or no's. Is the offensive line in the spring? Is the offensive line in the spring better now or back in the spring? Yes or no?
That's no. Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Is the defense, D line that Quincy had to play against, that Quincy had for his team, is it better in the spring or in the fall? Which one's better? Fall or spring?
Fall.
Is the cornerbacks that he had, is the defense, is the linebackers that he had in the spring or in the fall better? Which one, spring or fall?
Fall.
So Quincy Casey puts up 43 points. Akil puts up 6 touchdowns, 5 throwing, 1 running, and that's on Quincy? Explain that to me, because Akil has not changed. The only thing that's changed is the defense. So if I can say this to you, I can say, and I'm gonna ask you a question. If Quincy Casey had the same defense that is in the fall, in the spring, do they win that game? Yes or no?
I'm not sure.
Oh, now you're not sure. That just showed me how
I
crazy
can't
this
say.
is. You're right. You absolutely right.
I can't say.
You're right. You're right. You can't say. A team that scored 15 points in the fall game when Quincy put up 43. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. What are we talking about right now? This shows me how dumb y'all Bamas are. You just said everything is better in the fall. And then I tell you, if you take that same defense with Quincy Casey putting up 43 points, do you win the game? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. You know. Shut up. You know. Shut up. You know. It's nothing to talk about. You know. Come on, man. Y'all putting on dunce caps, man. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. What are we doing? What are we doing? Come on. Stop. Shut up. Stop. Okay. So let's not. So we'll go from there. This is my last call. I'm about to get up out of here and watch these games. Hey, caller, you live, talk to me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on? It's Dr. Lindsay, man.
What's up, Doc? Talk to me.
Listen, I'm not going to go on it because I get what you're saying. I see both sides of the table. But I will say this in your defense, and I just believe this. If Shedeur wasn't playing up to the standards that he needed to play up to, I believe Quincy Casey would have got some time. Like when we first started at this season, the way Shedeur is playing, it could have been potential that Quincy Casey got some time. He shouldn't have even left. I think they would have been good as dual quarterbacks because I believe he would have seen some time this year. But Quincy Casey, man, I believe that just because it was Shedeur, his dad, he wouldn't go play. He left too soon. And but I'm standing with you. Quincy Casey is a good quarterback. But I just think because of how Deion is, he would have been put in a situation if Shedeur wasn't looking like what he needed to compared to Quincy Casey at a certain time after he got his looks. He would have had to put Quincy Casey in because the pressure would have been on him, man. And you got to believe that.
Okay. I'm going to say this. I'm gonna make this soliloquy very clear for all you. Appreciate the call, Dr. Lindsay. I'm going to just say appreciate the call.
Thank you, sir.
All right, man. All right, listen. I got 160 people on here. All right. I'm gonna let this ride one time. And I'm gonna try not to ever bring this conversation up because you guys don't know what you're talking about. And I'm gonna break it down very simply, right? 1, if I was Quincy Casey, why would I sit behind a freshman quarterback with the same amount of time as me? Doesn't make sense. 2, I go to a team in the middle of the year and I have to learn the playbook. That's not. Listen, it takes most teams or most quarterbacks, right? At least a whole training camp, or you know what I'm saying, like a whole depending on how deep the playbook is and how complicated the playbook is, you have to learn it. That's just a part of the fact. So if a kid has been on the team for longer than me, why would he not be in front of me? The backup. I'm saying any backup. So if anybody on here, if you go to a team, you leave the team, you go in the transfer portal, you have to understand whatever team you're going to, there's a playbook there in place that are JR. Stop calling, my boy. You don't answer questions. Get off my line. You said you don't have to call into the show. Get off my line. I'm telling you that right now. Get off my line. That's 2. 3. The boy's father is the boy's coach. Now, I love my son to death. How in the hell would I say if my son's a 4-star recruit that I would bench my son? All right. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? If my son is supposed to be recruited by everybody and done everything and why would I do that? So it's simply this, right? And I'm going to leave it at that. It's simply this. At the end of the day, do I think Quincy Casey got a fair shot? No. Am I upset that am I upset? The reason I'm upset is not because it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody that I thought was good. It could have been Noah Bowden. It could have been Andrew Body. The thing about football to me that I've always loved about it is it's always shown on the field. You prove who you are based on what you can produce on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I respect that. So like that essence of football to me is so key, because that's how kids who are walk-ons become what they are. That's how you have the J.J. Watts, who was a walk-on at Wisconsin. That's how you have the 2 stars of Justin Jefferson and Travis Kelce, who come in, they do their thing, and then they become big-time stars. Like, that's the essence of football, that it's just purely how bad you want it and how much you work at it that makes you that much better. That's what I love about it, and I felt that wasn't given to him. That's my only issue. It's my only issue. It could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was my family member, best believe Deion would have got all the smoke. Okay, if that was somebody in my family, I would be be black. JR, get off my line. I'm not picking up the phone for you. Get off the line. You don't answer questions. You just come on here and do your little soliloquy, and I ask you questions, and that's what it is, okay? Get off my line. Go to Swag Buzz. Go to CFL. Go to the Pregame Show. Remember what you said? Oh, it's your, I don't have to, I said you get blocked. Keep calling. Oh, I don't give a, it's your show. I don't care. Then go somewhere else. All right? Bye. Watch. You know what? Y'all think I'm bull crapping. Y'all think I'm bull crapping. I think I'm bull. Watch me work. Watch me work. This is it. Let me zoom in for y'all just so y'all can really see. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? See that? It's called deny. Watch me work. Watch me work. Deny all. Watch me work. Yeah, I don't play. I think I'm for the smoke. Watch me play. All right. So I'm out of here, guys. Listen. I'm out of here. Appreciate the call. I'm gonna see what games is on right now, and we'll go from there. All right. And you just make sure y'all stay. I'm not giving one more chance for what? I ain't Biggie. This ain't a Biggie song. Give him one more chance. I ain't giving him for what? Why? For what? He ain't gonna answer questions. He just gonna keep talking in circles. I'm not for that. Call another YouTube channel. All right? That's what you do. Call another YouTube channel. All right, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.